Well, good morning, Vanakkam, Adab, Namaskar, Sat Shri Akal, Sat Shri Akal. After a long break, I had given 26 video sessions on the aspects of philosophy of Gita. Gita as the seventh darshan. We have six darshans in the ancient or early Indian philosophical lineage, the six schools of philosophy that ancient sages came up with were the Nyaya, the Yoga, the Sankhya, the Mimans, the Visheshak, and the Uttar Mimans. I have gone through Gita, and whatever has been given to me by the God Almighty, by the play of Purush Prakriti and the Kala, they have delivered to me certain insights which in a very concise manner I have already shared in 26 sessions already shared on the YouTube channel, on this channel. Each session can be extended for hours and hours and hours, but here I have given these sessions for the understanding to a disciple, to a human being who wants to tread the path of spiritual pursuits. Every one of us has to individually tread this path. It cannot be a cut and dry lessons and voila, your third eye opens and spiritually you are attained. Buddha had to work for many years. Some say 12, some say 8, some say 6, but many years indeed. And so the Christ, so Nanak, they were all attained people. Similarly, the Krishna. Yes, once attained, and if your chit goes with coming back, goes with the Atma, with an intent to come back, when you take birth, you come with the same status. अथवा योग कुले भवति मति yogina. Those who attain that yogmati, they get birth in yogi kulo. So one may be born like Shankaracharya with certain faculties already open. Today I come on here because I had in last session solicited you go through, and if there be any question, any query, you can send it in comments or in email. And I have received an email from a very unexpected corner of the world. Though I have friends with whom I have shared the links of the channel, possibly someone might have got interested here. I have a query from Emily, who writes from Lifford, if pardon my pronunciation, Lifford in Donegal, Ulster, Ireland. Welcome, Emily. The query you have raised is, what is Om? What is the meaning of Om? Well, that was not addressed in these 26 sessions. So I am on air. We start the session as usual with the yoga mantra of Kundalini. Gang, lang, rang, yang, hang, Om. Well, your question is, what is Om and what is the meaning of Om? What are the components of the word Om? What do they stand for? We'll address that. Simply saying Om, Om is a symbol. It is not a word. Word is made of alphabets. This is a single alphabet. Those who know linguistics, they call phonemes. Phoneme is the smallest unit of language. It's the smallest sound. When we say A, it's again a compound sound. When you say A, it is a phoneme. So, Om, I can say, is a compound phoneme. Because I say so, because it's not a word. It's not even an alphabet. If you go into the alphabets of Sanskrit and Devanagari, Om is not one of those alphabets. It's neither consonant nor a vowel, and it has no meaning in itself. Though many later scriptures, many later seers, many later wise men have tried to write Om in 3 letters, A, O, M, and M is not complete, it is halant, it is semi. The consonants in Hindi, they are made of phoneme ka, a, ka. So each consonant has vowel a built into it. When we go through the alphabets or the Varnamala of Hindi, Devanagari or Sanskrit. Therefore, the Ma written by those wise gentlemen who say that it is Akar, Okar and Ma. Sound Ma. A is not there, sound M. So it's Om. Others say Om. These are 3 okar, akar, Now, some of them have gone to the extent of saying that these three alphabets, they indicate the various forms of fire. The Agni on the earth, the Usha or Uma in the atmosphere, and the Maitri or the Surya or the sun in the external space of earth. And therefore many mantras in scriptures, they have Om Bhur Bhuvaswa. Even the Guru mantra, the Gayatri mantra, it starts with Om Bhur Bhuvaswa. Maybe in that contextual format, it might be addressing that Om, the symbol of that creator or the Adi Shakti or the primordial energy. That symbol is manifested in the fire as Agni, Uma and Mitra, or the sun. The fire, the light and the sun. So that might be contextual, that we, when we say Om Bhur Bhuvaswa, we may be addressing Om as manifested in these three formats. But Om per se means this is not true as per the light given to me. Om is not a word. It is not, it does not have a meaning to itself. When we say Om, it has connotations. It doesn't have meanings. Meaning means, for example, Atma has a meaning, soul. Paramatma, super soul. Krishna means dark. Ram means somebody pleasant and blissful, something that which gives us internal pleasures, pleasures in the inner self, the bliss. Sham, somebody dark, something dark. Or morning, it has a meaning. But yes, in English, names may not have direct meanings. Names of the persons indicate persons only. They don't have inherent meaning, many English names. For example, Emily, I don't know what your name means. So whatever little English I know, I don't find any direct meaning or dictionary meaning to the word. It may have some connotations, some references, but in India, the words, the names also have meaning. My name, Mandeep, means lamp of mind. So, in the tradition of India, we have meanings of the words. In Sanskrit, in Hindi, Devanagari, even in the vernacular languages, when we have a word, it has a distinct dictionary meaning. It can be translated to something. It refers to some meaning. But Om per se on its own doesn't have a meaning. I can't say that Om means God. No. I can't say Om means Almighty. Om means Goddess. Om is a symbol. It is one aksharam. Aksharam is that part of language which cannot be further broken down. It is aksharam. For example, Gita says, Om iti ek aksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaran yo priyati tyajan deham sa yati paramam gatim. Om iti ek aksharam. Om, this is one akshar, one phoneme. It can be said to be compound phoneme. It is not a simple phoneme. Simple phoneme means it will have one sound, one fundamental sound. Here, the sound is compounded. There are a number of sounds, yet it is one phoneme. Om, Om. Now, Gita has expressed Krishna. We have to look upon Krishna as an attained soul who is addressing Arjuna as a person who has not yet realized the soul, is still part, is still entrenched in this body made of Prithvi, largely made of 5 elements: Prithvi, Jal, Vayu, Agni, Akash. So it's Parth and it's Krishna. So Krishna says to Arjuna, Raso aham apso prabha shashir suryayoho pranavah sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nisho. Now here, when Krishna is explaining that among everything, what God is the supreme. What is the supreme? Here, Krishna is telling in essence. What is the essence? It is intangible components here. Krishna is telling the attained soul, is telling, is revealing, is guiding the soul totally entrenched, the achieved soul, attained soul, is addressing the soul entrenched in material, in the Prakriti. He is Purush altogether. Purusha, Prakriti and Mahakal, in one of the sessions I had explained, they are the principles of the entire creation. Purusha is the primordial energy, Prakriti is the matter, absolute matter, both dark and white or the colored. And they are the functions of Kal, the time. As the time progresses, it dictates the play of Purusha and Prakriti and delivers for what the time has come. Now, here the attained soul is guiding the soul entrenched in the Purusha is the soul that has attained Purusha, and the soul that is still entrenched in Prakriti is guiding as to what attainment is. So attainment is, in a sense, raso aham apsu. Among liquids, I am the juices, I am the taste. Prabha shashir suryayoho, the glow, the light, the glow of moon and sun am I. And now comes the most important part in the context of this today's lesson. Pranava. Now here, Om has been called Pranava. Prana is Sankalp. The entire creation is Sankalp. When you are determined to do something, everything else falls into it, depending on the strength of your determination. This determination is Sankalp. When in today's Hindu traditions, when you sit down for some kind of prayers or yajnas or havans, the priest first of all tells you that now he ties a thread on the wrist, right side of males, left side of females, that this is Sankalpa. Sankalpa is given that now you will, very few people actually do, but the Sankalpa means that now your entire focus is into this karma, into this worship, into this prayer, into this puja, into this whatever action you are going to take. You should be 100% into this. Very few people do. They keep on chatting, they are worrying about many other things, and eventually they say that these days all these things, rituals, they don't fetch the things that they are supposed to fetch. But then neither is the priest serious about it, nor the person who is attaining, who is getting it done, who is called the Yajaman. He is also, she or he is also not serious. This Sankalpa means that your entire attention has to be there. Now Prana means Sankalpa. You vow that now I vow to do this. Pranava. Now Om here has been called Pranava. That is the Sankalpa of the Purush and Prakriti. When it is Pranaya, then it becomes Krida. But when you say Pranav, then it becomes the Sankalpa of creation, the Sankalpa, the basic forces that bind Purush and Prakriti. Pranava sarva vedeshu shabdakhe. In all the Vedas, whatever vibrations in the sky have been referred. Now here, Shabda is not word. We'll say Shabdanad is used in many Puranas, in many Ramayana also, if I rightly remember, Mahabharata. Shabdanad, Shankhanad. When somebody loudly, the name of son of Ravan was Meghanad, because of his voice having the cloud-like quality, the thundering of the clouds. Otherwise, he was probably named Vikramjit or something. But then his name was Meghnad, has been there all through. We know Meghnad. Now, this is here, the Shabd here is vibrations in the sky. Shabdake. Pranava sarva vedeshu shabdake. Paurusham nishu. That means among all the males, their masculinity is me. We will concentrate on the Pranava Sarva Vedeshu Shabdake. Now here the attained soul says, once you are attained, you are like Pranava, which is the supreme among all the vibrations that may pervade the sky, the space, that have been referred to in Vedas. Vedas are supposed to carry the fundamental, knowledge of everything, elementary or maybe the fundamental or elementary, whatever you call. Every discipline of knowledge has been touched in the four Vedas. That's why people say it carries all the Vidya. No, it doesn't carry all the Vidya, but all the fundamentals that human being in those times were able to get from the nature revealed the revelations of the fundamental things of every discipline of knowledge were revealed to the mankind, and it is there in Vedas. Some of them came through Shrutis, by hearing, by word of mouth, from one generation to another. Some were Smritis, some were by memory, say. And then there are Aranakya, Brahmana, and Sutras, Richas, which were created, Rachanas, that they were written, created. So here we say Pranava Sarva Vedeshu Shabdake. Of all the vibrations that are created in space, space or sky, it refers to both. Khagol, when you say which is sky. So all the sounds, because in outer space, Antariksh, no sound is there, no vibrations are there. So the sound travels only in the sky, in the atmosphere. In the Khagav. So in this says Pranava Sarva Vedeshu Shabdake. So it's that vibration which is supreme among all the vibes. And then let's go to the other one, where Krishna is telling Arjuna of the tangible things, what he is. Among that he says, Rishinam Vrigoaham, Rishinam Vrigoraham, Giramasmi Eka Aksharam. Here he says, among the phonemes, I am the one spoken phonemes of the sounds, I am the one akshar. He doesn't say ek shabdam. The first shloka we said Om iti ek aksharam. Here also he says Giram asmi ek aksharam. Rest of course, rest of the shloka will complete for the sake of it. Yajnanam jap yajyo asmi sthavranam himalaya. Among all the yajnas I am the japa yajna, and among the mountains I am Himalaya. But then let's come back to Giram Asmi Ekaksharam. Now here again he says I am one phoneme among all the sounds, among all the alphabets, phonemes. So this is the supreme among all the sounds, all the vibrations. It's a vibration. Let's go to a little comparative also. In the Latin, there is a word omni, and they say that Latin, Sanskrit, they flow from same mother tongue. One of the studies it says. So here, the qualities of God have been told as omnipresent, omniconscious, omniscient. He is present everywhere. He is pervading everything. God is there. Omni. And if we look at the components of the sounds, interestingly, the Occidental religions of Islam and Christianity, after every prayer, they chant Amen. And if we go by those seers and wise people who have allocated the sounds to the Om as the word, and Amen or Amin, they have similar sounds. There is a universality of these sounds to words indicating towards the ultimate, towards the Almighty. Now we'll come back to the first sloka. Om iti ekaksharam Brahm Vyaharan Mam Anusmaran. Now he says, Om is one such phoneme which be taken as indicating the Brahm, symbolizing the Brahm, and thinking so through that you can memorize me. Now me is now an attained soul, Atma Paramatma Ekam. So here he says, Om iti ekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Mam Anusmaran. Anusmaran. In your inner self, you can memorize by the chant, by listening to this vibration. You can always get established in me. And the second line, of course, is not so important, but he says, Yo priyati tyajandeham sa yati paramam gati. Those at the time of leaving the body, those who get stationed in that status. What status? That you are established in your inner self in the symbol that symbolizes Brahm, and you are established in me. Me is Paramatma, where there is a communion of Atma and Paramatma. In that status, whosoever leaves the body, he attains the ultimate progression, ultimate status. And what is that state? That is communion with the ultimate primordial energy. The complete union with the primordial energy. The Purusha within you gets amalgamated in the Purusha of the creation. This body, which is Prakriti, matter, goes into its own elements. That is the ultimate progression. That is the ultimate aim of human birth. This is not available to any other creation of the Creator. Therefore, Om is a symbol. Om is a vibration. It is that phoneme, vibration in the sky, vibration of creation. It is the inner sound that indicates the Brahma. Bru Aham, Brahma. The one who gave the first word. Bible says, first there was a word. This word means the first vibration that created the Big Bang, that created what today creation is. That is Om. Now let us go to the latest of the enunciation by the attained soul of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He has given Ikyomkar Satnam Karta Purukh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sahabhang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Bhi Sach Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. Rest of that will just complete. Soche soch na hove, chahe soche lakh baar, chupe chup na hove, chahe lai raha avtar, pukhya pukh na pardi, chahe banna puriya par, seh syan pan lakh hovan, te ik na chale na, kiv sachya rahoye. किव कूड़े टुटे पाल हुक्म चढ़ाई रजना नानक लिखिया ना हुक्म जाई रजना नानक लिखिया ना. Now here Guru Nanak Dev Ji has also elaborated it as Ikyomkar, and mind you, even in the Vedas many places it is written as Omkar. If you go to the alphabet or the Varnamala of Sanskrit and Hindi or Devanagari, they refer to each alphabet as Akar, Okar, Makar, like this. Here Guru Nanak Dev Ji is referred to it Ikyomkar, which again means that Om is not a word, it is a phoneme, it is an alphabet, it's a standalone phoneme. Ikyomkar Satnam Karta. Now he says it indicates that truth, that ultimate truth, and that Karta Purukh, that in Vedas you call as Hiranya Purush or Purush of Prakriti. Here it's Karta Purukh. Now Karta Purukh is a concept which comes from what is Karta. Karta is ancient law, is the head of the family was called Karta. Now Karta Purukh, of the entire creation he is the head. Nirpau Nirvair, he is neither afraid of anyone nor he holds anybody as foe or friend, and rest of the things. And the last of it, have ye such, hosim be such. It is truth, it has been truth, it will be truth. So Om indicates that ultimate truth. And it is an alphabet or it is phoneme. It cannot be a word. We in India have been naming children Om, but Om had no meaning. It is a sound. Now, I come to yogic mantra that we chant. The sounds of various chakras. We start with Gang as Mooladhara chakra. Gang, Lan, Swadhishtan. Rang, Manipuri. Yam. Gang, Lang, Rang, Yang, Hang. Om. So Om is at the Agya chakra. Manipuri, Anahat, Vishuddha and Agya chakra. So Om is the sound when you will hear once you are here. It's the sound of bliss, ultimate bliss. When the energy of reaches the Shushumna, the meeting point of Ida Pingla Shushumna, and pineal gland is energized, then the sound of Om is heard inside. And that's why a yogi can sit listening to this sound, doing nothing, not asleep, neither woken, in samadhi. That sound which many cosmonauts have claimed to have even recorded in their spaceships. Human capacity to hear, to see is limited. But as it energizes, sounds, the spectrum increases. The consciousness reaches such a level that some of the sounds may not be heard outside, will be heard inside. Om is that sound, is that sound of ultimate truth. And lastly, when a child is born, the first cry is Om. Oh, like that. So, it's the first sound of creation, of life, of primordial energy, of Purusha. Try to create that sound inside you, and you will experience the bliss of Om. I hope I have been able to tell you, and I will, whatever I have received. In the conclusion, when you look at Om etched on a paper or any material, it is a symbol. Just like A is symbol, B is symbol of a phoneme, is a sound. But it's a sound of the spiritual bliss, of the Karta Purukh, of the Purush, the primordial energy. I can only say that it is the sound of spiritual being. One has to keep on concentrating on this sound. The religious gods are gods made by human beings. But this sound is of ultimate energy that engulfs all of us, that engulfs the entire creation, that pervades the entire creation. That plays with the matter and as a function of time delivers new and new things, keeps us enchanted, keeps us involved, emotionally, intellectually, physically. But once you realize the true self, you go through these activities as a witness, neither desiring them to deliver anything, nor affected by the fruits of your actions. That is the ultimate bliss. Om Tat Saditi Nirdesha Brahmanastri Vidha Smita Brahmanastenapi Vedascha Yagyascha Vihita Pura. God bless you all.